It's the Hip Hop School.
It's that time.
Past and present podcast.
It's that time.
All regions stand up.
On your feet.
North, south,
Everywhere.
east,
Where you at?
and west,
Huh?
Midwest.
You
Where you
know
at?
the rules.
Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. Be wrong in the crime called Primo Fur and Deja Rule, child. Get out your feelings, you get booed at the hip hop school. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. Near can't be mad cause you got swag and easy cool. Bitch, I'm a motherfucking problem. Knowledge rule at the hip hop school. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. Can't look like that, come into son got artifacts. The truth is cruel, but that's just fuel at the hip hop school. Past and present.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. I am your girl, Asia, the assistant principal. You got Heezy, the dean of all things hip hop. Supreme Rod, the principal. He out tonight, so we gonna hold this thing down. How
Ricky
you doing
Raw,
tonight, Heezy?
Man, I'm all good. It's Friday, ready to get this show on the road.
Yes, indeed. We have an amazing show. We will be talking about some of the trending topics that's going on. We'll touch on our school post, and we'll also be talking about YSL Donald Trump and his estranged relationship in hip hop. So with that being said, like we always do each and every week, we start off with a hip hop trivia question. This week's hip hop trivia question is brought to you by our sponsors, Art by Chung G, the Uhuru Academy, Lit and Leisure Travel, Best of the Asia, and the Supremes Pull-Up. This week's hip hop trivia question is, who was the first rapper to mention Donald Trump in a song? Again, who was the first rapper to mention Donald Trump in a song? Y'all try to answer that question down below in the comments. We will reveal the answer at the end of the show. And with that being said, class is in session.
Yeah, that's a good question because Trump name been in a lot of songs. So who was the first one, man? We're gonna see if anybody knows.
Oh yeah, I you know what? I just been picking my brain all day. I was just trying my best not to try and cheat, because I knew the question earlier on. But anyway, I'm gonna take my guess at it, and y'all try to guess at it too. He's the dean of all things hip hop, so he has the answer for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and get the sad stuff out the way first. We're gonna go ahead and get Meek Mills on about the way. Meek Mills is always whining all the time, so we're gonna go ahead and get the sad stuff out in the beginning, so we could have an awesome show tonight. So Meek Mills, he came to the internet once again, making a mockery of himself. He said that business execs treat him like he's slow and he don't have good sense in so many words. Meek, you are. They just calling it how they see it. You are.
Hey, they be treating him like a little boy toy, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So he be taking it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm like, if you think it's smart for you to come to the internet about your woes all the time, that is slow. When you have emotional responses to everything, people can't take you serious. You risky because you jump out on social media and you wear your heart on your sleeve. So as far as business is concerned, you're not strong in the logical sense of things. So people probably do feel like in that aspect, you're slow.
Yeah, they just be taking advantage of him and shit like that. He reminded me of that movie Richard Pryor was in a long time ago. The Toy. You ever seen that movie? The Toy. It was like these rich white folks. Well, this rich little white boy wanted a toy. You know what I'm saying? Like he had everything in the world, all the money in the world. He wanted Richard Pryor as a toy. You feel what I'm saying? Because he saw him working in the toy store or some shit one day, acting silly, acting goofy and shit. So he went and bought Richard Pryor as his toy. You feel what I'm saying? So he had him around the house, had him doing all kind of silly shit, playing with him and shit like that, like it was his toy. So that's kind of what Meek Mill remind me of for these rich white motherfuckers. Like they just, you know what I'm saying? They funded him, they bought him, and then now they his toy, you know what I'm saying? Or he they toy, you feel what I'm saying? So that's kind
Yeah.
of what that remind me of to me.
And then what's crazy about Meek Mills, you would think he'll be in a better position business-wise, considering all of the people that he rub elbows with casually and hang out with. So he have a network of people who have actually made a name for themselves in the business and on different levels.
Exactly.
So I'm not understanding why he's having such a hard time when you have someone like Jay-Z that you could just call. Is it? He's still cool with Jay-Z, right?
Yeah, Jay-Z,
Mike
everybody.
Rubin.
Yeah,
everybody.
You know,
like I'm not understanding the disconnect of what's going on. So it has to be something about the way that he's carrying himself to make people not respect him a certain type of way. And jumping on the internet can't have people giving you the side eye, but I'm glad we was able to get that sad shit out the way.
he just crying as usual. He always crying. Every month he crying about something. So
yes, indeed, he always crying. Oh, this is actually sad. This is real. This is sad for real. So a young man was shot, and the victim is said to be Black youngster's relative. You heard about that?
Yeah, I did hear something about that. You know what I mean? It's like that ongoing case. You know what I'm saying? Like anything happen with CMG, anybody in CMG, they gonna say it was connected to Dolph. You know what I'm saying? Anything happened with PRE, anybody in PRE, they're gonna say it's connected to Gotti and CMG and them. So 9 times out of 10, it probably ain't got shit to do with no rap beef shit, probably just some street shit. You know what I'm saying? They just happen to be related to Black youngster. You know what I'm saying? I think, but you never know, man. You never know.
Is Black youngster still with CMG?
He might not be. I kind of heard something not too long ago that him and Yo Gotti wasn't seeing eye to eye, some shit like that. So I ain't seen him, I ain't seen him with Gotti in a while, so I don't know.
But you know what? I looked on his Instagram because he had made a post not too long ago. He had reposted Gotti's new song. Okay. And then also I seen some videos where he still had the C on, but he ain't doing nothing. So I'm like, is he still rocking the C just because, that's his people, or he still on the label? I don't know.
He, like you said, he ain't been putting out shit. For a minute, he was putting out a lot of shit. He was one of the ones who was putting out shit every week.
Yeah, and I actually thought that he was gonna be like on I was looking forward to seeing him doing something with Glorilla. I feel like they should have been done did something by now.
That'd have been cold. That'd have been cold blooded right
really there. And truly, that song she came out with, Moneybag Yo, would have went harder with Black Youngster. Because he's so animated.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
It would have been live.
Yeah, that's a good point though. I wonder why he ain't like I said, he don't seem like he been putting out shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Like that Boogie, what's Big Boogie? What's his name? Like the way he is, him and Black Youngster need to do something.
Yes,
that'll be dope.
I don't know what's going on with Black Youngster.
But hey, I've been listening to some of the stuff Black Youngster been putting out on that heavy count, and it go hard though. You still got that heavy count stuff or whatnot. He been going hard.
Okay. Yeah, he always, like I said, I always fucking with him. He always has some dope shit to me. You know what I'm saying? It's always he get kind of animated sometimes. He has his little silly songs and shit like that. But he always
but he ain't putting out anything mainstream, and I'm not understanding how he dwindled so fast. It just seemed like all of a sudden Black Youngster was all over the internet. Then all of a sudden the lights turned off, and what happened?
I don't know. But hey, speaking of Memphis, everybody on your boy head again, Finesse 2 times. Because he said he's a hybrid of Yo Gotti, 50 Cent, and Gucci Mane. He said if you put all them 3 together, then you come out with Finesse 2 times. What you think about that?
That man just got on some good dope and went to saying anything. You say Yo Gotti,
50 Cent,
50,
and Gucci.
You know what? That remind me when Kevin Gates came out on that song and said people tend to think I'm Michael Jackson reincarnated. Ain't nobody thought of this shit. Ain't nobody never said that.
Right.
You know, nobody is going to listen to Finesse 2 Times and get 50 Cent out of it.
Nah.
Or Gucci Mane or Yo Gotti, even though they're from the same place.
Right.
If anything, anyone that you would want to compare a Finesse 2 Times to as far as style would actually be Moneybagg Yo.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only comparison. Yeah.
That's the only one that's, you know, close to him. So the man just sitting up saying anything. He needs to relax, because in Memphis, Memphians, we real cool. We chill. You know, we be on some player type shit. We ain't no goofies. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Finesse
2 Times, he's starting to move like a goofy. You know, Black Youngster, he was almost there with being goofy, you know, but it was like a little different because you could really tell he just having fun. But when you got somebody that you know try to portray a certain type of image like Finesse 2 Times,
right, and
you constantly doing goofy stuff and gimmicky stuff, I don't like that man. I just do not like him.
I feel you. I don't really listen to him, but he can rap. I give him that. He can rap, but I don't really fuck with him too much myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just too much. But did you see that Suki Red? I mean, Sexy. I didn't call this lady Suki Red. Sexy Red and Sukihana, they had came out with a song called Hood Rats.
I seen the video. I seen like little previews of the video and shit. I seen like a little behind the scenes when she is with Webby doing a little golf shit and all that. I seen little clips, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they having fun, they doing their thing. Shit, they're on top of the rap game right now. Hey, any controversy is good controversy, so they doing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Lil Duval got told off by Suki and Glorilla because he had said something out of Sukihana, Sexy Red, and Glorilla. Would you marry, F them, or unalive them? Like, a smash or pass type thing. And so Glorilla was like, Granddad, why are you worrying about these young hoes pussy? And then Sukihana went off on them too. I thought that was just a little weird. What kind of question is that?
That's Lil Duval, man. He say some silly shit all the time. He say little silly controversial shit every day. You know what I'm saying? I guess that one just kind of ruffled their feathers a little bit. I don't know. It was just some silly shit. You know, he a comedian. You know what I'm saying? So he always, like I said, posting some silly shit. He was just fucking with him.
Yeah, but I'm like, don't do Glorilla. Like, don't come for Glorilla up in that mix, because she ain't even in that lineup with them girls. So how Glorilla is part of that? Because she's the ratchet. He should have said Suki, Sexy Red, and Summer Walker. That's the clique.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Those the ones that hang with each other. Don't bring and Glorilla don't even be on it like that. Glorilla be on some old nigga shit for real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what you talking about, Duval?
It's being silly. Hey, so did you see your boy Birdman? The nigga put out a call to NBA Youngboy. He told NBA Youngboy, you need to come back and you need to save rap. So he's looking at
when he leave. NBA Youngboy still putting out music.
That's what I say. I'm like, he put out shit all the time. But I guess Birdman is looking at NBA Youngboy as the savior of hip hop. He said everything out here is some bullshit, and NBA Youngboy need to come with it because he the savior. What you think about that? He say we need you.
I think Birdman is out of touch because NBA Youngboy is making music. I mean, he's being recognized. I don't understand what he's talking about because NBA Youngboy is very much still relevant right now. And matter of fact, I just went to my homegirl birthday party and we were doing karaoke, and the younger people they weren't doing nothing but playing NBA YoungBoy and doing his dances and stuff. So I really don't know what Birdman talking about. I think he a little bit out of touch and just got on the internet like Finesse 2 times and just went to saying shit.
Yeah, he I don't know, maybe he was just talking about mainstream because you don't really hear him on the radio or nothing like that. I don't know. Maybe he was saying come out in the mainstream.
NBA YoungBoy ain't never been mainstream.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So that's maybe he's saying he need to come, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know why he said that. I just thought it was funny, like he looking at him as the savior of rap. He can rap though. I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? He can rap like a motherfucker. So, but I don't see him as a savior or being some kind of savior.
I wonder what they feel like rap need to be saved from though.
He just said there's a lot of bullshit out here. Everybody sound the same, all that kind of shit. So,
yeah, that's true. But people will argue that NBA YoungBoy is of that caliber of people who sound the same.
Exactly. Do the little singing.
I don't get what he's saying. Even though I like NBA YoungBoy, I think he's dope. But this statement just doesn't make sense to me. With all things being considered. Even if however you look at it, one, the man is still relevant. Two, if you want to say, oh, he doing something unique, he not doing anything unique. So I guess, but somebody that is doing something unique is Drake. He around here with pom-poms in his hair thinking he a cheerleader or something, and he done went to a basketball. I don't know if he was at a basketball game, at a practice, but it was given very much white chicks. And he had these pom-poms in his head, and I think I got a picture. Here it is. Like what? And then he got on a FUBU shirt. I think it's disrespectful for him to have on that powerful shirt for us by us with some pom-poms in his head. LL Cool J didn't go through all that for this. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't know what's going on with Drake lately. Man, he done had the pink fingernails, he done had the barrettes and making all these feminine ass gestures and shit when he taking pictures. He really out here looking like a real bad bitch right now. It seems like that's what he's trying to be. He going to basketball games, hanging around, you know what I'm saying, like a groupie and shit. Man, I don't know what's going on with Drake. It seemed like he about to go the way of Lil Uzi Vert and come out as they instead of saying he.
That's what it's giving because his transition ain't looking good.
You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you can be like, don't call me he no more, just call me they.
See, the thing is with Lil Uzi Vert, he's always been androgynous anyway, right? Exactly. So people can kind of take that from him because he's been androgynous. It's like a Dennis Rodman type thing. Right. You know, you have those few, a Dennis Rodman, a Prince, a Lil Uzi Vert. Hell, even Young Thug, you know.
Right. Young Thug too. Yeah.
They are androgynous, and you can, that's just Thug, that's just Uzi, that's Rodman, that's Prince, you know, and you could just turn a blind eye to it and go on about your day. It's nothing to write home about. But what Drake is doing is forced and it's unnecessary. He don't even have that to do. I don't understand why certain artists start being gimmicky for no reason. Drake.
As I say, I don't get it. He like you said, he wasn't coming out on no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? For the longest, he was always the ladies' man. I mean, I ain't saying that he done turned the other way, but instead of him being a ladies' man, he started to look like one of the ladies. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. Lil Yachty probably done rubbed off on him because you know him and Lil Yachty, they besties.
Man, this nigga Lil Yachty got a fingernail polish line. You see what I'm saying? So
he do.
He got his own line of fingernail polish.
And you know, like Lil Yachty is another one that people whatever, but he been like that
since he came out, right?
Yeah, like a Tyler the Creator. Ain't nobody tripping off Tyler Creator, right? You know, he sit up and just say gay shit. We like whatever, you know.
But it's Drake, man. You got to watch Drake, man. I don't know what tip he on, man. So.
On his tippy toes, like a wolf. Not Drake.
Drake.
I want Soulja Boy to come out and get on his ass.
Oh man, yeah. He need to. I'm surprised he ain't said shit.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna cover it.
You seen how Plies been going crazy about Britney Spears. He got a crush on Britney Spears, and he ended up watching her video of her on her stripper pole, and he was just losing his mind. And he called her his white diamond from the Players Club.
I think he always been shooting at Britney Spears though, haven't he? Like even when he came out
Yeah,
back
he been
then.
having a crush on her.
Yeah, he always had a little crush on Britney Spears, so it ain't surprising. So, like I said, I don't really know what's going on. So, what happened? She got divorced or something, some shit like that. Now he's shooting
Well,
shot.
her husband is divorcing her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
say she was cheating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She got out of their conservatorship and started doing the food.
Hey, she said she was free. Shit.
I don't know the way things be looking. It seemed like she needed to be in that conservatorship. I ain't gonna even tell no lie.
Yeah, I don't know, man. She that's one of them weird, super weird ass Hollywood stories that, you know what I'm saying, once it's all over, they're gonna do a movie about it. It's gonna be some behind the scenes documentary, and you're gonna be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like all the shit that really happened, it was really going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Once the real story come out, it's probably gonna be a motherfucker.
Yeah, I know this ain't hip hop related, but since we're talking about breakups, what you think about Keke Palmer and Usher coming out with their music video entitled Boyfriend? Did you get to see it?
Nah, I ain't see the video. I see everybody talking about it, the controversy. Like I said, I don't really know too much about what's going. So did she leave her boyfriend or not? Or did he leave her? Or
well,
what happened?
I guess they broke up after he embarrassed her on the internet. But she came back and she did that video with Usher. I don't think she should have did that.
Yeah, I mean, why you say that though? Why you say that? Break it down.
Because here's the thing: when Keke Palmer went out to that concert to go see Usher in what she had on, and she said that he already knew what she had on. Whatever. We ain't even focusing on the clothes because that's neither here nor there. It's in Vegas. You know, she having a good time. She's in that setting for that type of attire, right? So that's not even the point. So she gets there. Usher starts serenading her. She was dancing with Usher, doing a little bit too much, but hey, she just having a good time. Everybody know, with good sense, know Usher don't want Keke and Keke don't want Usher. Usher don't even like young women. So, and he don't like young, beautiful. He don't even like old, beautiful women. He like old, tied and through looking women. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen Usher with nothing to look at since Chili. So Usher don't want that girl. So the boyfriend, he feels some type of way. He get on the internet about it. Now, here's the thing. He can feel some type of way if he wants to. If he wants to feel some type of way, that's fine, because that's his woman. That's his woman gyrating on this man. And even though he saw her leave out the house, he didn't expect to see her bouncing ass on Usher. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if he feels some type of way, that's his woman to feel some type of way about. Sure. Where he went wrong at is when he took it to the internet. For sure. But he went wrong for feeling some type of way. If that's how he felt. Right. But we shouldn't have been part of that chat, right?
And that's go ahead.
Keke, she turn around, she make her little song, take a little shot at him or whatever. So at that point, you get your lick back. At this point, y'all still got a family, y'all got a kid. I know y'all mad right now. You break up for a little minute. That's something that it really wasn't that big. It wasn't that major. To be honest, ain't nobody really checking for Keke like that for real. She kind of throwing herself in our face because she got a little ass now. And they could have just let the next thing happen, next viral thing to happen the next week, and we wouldn't even be talking about it no more. And she could have went on and back to her man and minded her business. But no, she wanted to take it up a notch. So when she took it up a notch and jumped in this music video with Usher, it's like, damn, now you really doing too much, and you kind of validated this man's feelings, and then you also put the ball in his court now, because yeah, he was dead ass wrong for jumping on the internet, but you super duper wrong for this because that you completely disrespecting this man now in the face of the public. Like, he'll be a damn fool regardless of what he done did before, because people will say, well, he done been in people DMs. I mean, what man don't be in people DMs? Like, there's some average, everyday, common ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Where you might have a man or a woman, and they probably chit chatting with somebody in their phone or whatever. They just happen to be celebrities, and they got put on the internet. Whoop de doo. Everybody go through that. Let me check your phone type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, I'm not saying everybody go through it, but that's just some common type stuff. Right. That's not so. For Kiki to go and get in a music video, it's called Boyfriend, and Usher start off with, I heard your boyfriend looking for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though the video wasn't bad, the video was cool. It was her playing like she's Usher. It wasn't sexy or anything like that. But it's the point of everything that happened prior to, when you use y'all situation to market this video, and you taking a stab at this ain't just your boyfriend. This ain't some dude up the street around the corner. This ain't nobody that you ain't got to deal with even if y'all break up. This the father of your child. You got to deal with this man for the rest of your life.
For life.
You know what I'm saying? So playing on the internet, letting the internet gas you up to create a broken home, and you sitting up being a single mother, and people be like, well, if she got enough money, nothing tops being able to be in the house with your mother and your father. I don't care how good you co-parent. It's still some stuff you're gonna miss out on as a child.
That's a fact.
So
hey, so they not together no more?
Darius would be a goddamn fool if he is.
I mean, because I was just asking because, you know, is the possibility that he's in on the whole thing, like the video and everything.
People have said that. People have said that it was a marketing ploy. Right. But to be honest with you, it ain't look good for Kiki. You get what I'm saying? She should have kept it. She should have kept it at when she made her little song, because now, yeah, it's a marketing ploy, but it didn't go the way that she expected it to go. Now she got her. Now that's tarnishing her brand. That wasn't a good idea, and I want to hope that wasn't the case, because it's too many people who have been in the game long enough to know not to do that. You got Keke Palmer. She been in the game since a kid. Usher, he been in the game since a kid. They should have known not to do that bullshit.
Right. Hey, so, but do you think, you know, social media, like you said, he came to the internet, you know, everybody's seen the video when she was at the concert and everything. Do you think social media played a role in breaking them up? Okay.
Yes, social media gassed it because Kiki was feeling herself, because everybody was riding for Kiki when he did that, you know, because he was dead wrong. So everybody was on Darius. So at that time, while everything is still hot and you like everybody riding for me, you know, it's Team Kiki. Let me go ahead and drop this one, and it's finna blow. No, baby. No, ma'am, not that.
You say backfire. You say backfire, not blow. It's gonna backfire. Huh?
Yeah. That shit backfire, get the ricocheting and all kind of. You know what I'm saying? No, ma'am. Oh. So anyway, you heard about Ebro had mentioned that a lot of the labels are not looking to sign hip hop artists. They doing a lot of Latin and African, like Afro beats and stuff. Mm-hmm. What you think about that?
I mean, he's supposed to be a industry insider, so you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Maybe he do have some inside knowledge, but that kind of shit has kind of always been said. You know what I'm saying? Like they looking for originality and shit like that. So maybe they not. Maybe because everything is so everybody sound alike, and you know what I'm saying, so saturated that shit. He might be right. You know what I'm saying? That might be a true thing. Like they're not really looking for rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like traditional rappers like that, because there's so many out there. You know what I'm saying? So Afro beats is something new. You know what I'm saying? The whole Latin sound. You know what I'm saying? That's marketable. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So maybe a lot of these rappers and shit ain't as marketable as they used to be because they all fucking sound alike. So
yeah, that's a good point. And I think it's just a new wave. And I think anytime there's a new wave, for whatever reason, we always resort to being afraid.
Right.
It's almost fear mongering.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know, we do need to get rid of some of this stuff that we got going on. We do need back. We need to. Somebody had made a video and said we can't. We supposed to be going to the club to vibe and have a good time, but here it is. They playing serial killer music. You know, we can't have a good time because every song is you got to be mad at the person standing next to you. So you wonder how the club going to the club it gets shot up or whatever. So I think it ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't necessarily a thing where they ain't signing no more hip hop artists or whatever. I think they might not be signing no more hip hop artists, but I don't think it's a thing where anybody need to be afraid because they're not being signed, because we got enough of the same shit anyway. Because if they sign somebody, what they signing? The same thing. So with the Afro beats or whatever, that's just giving us some variety in hip hop, because it's still under the hip hop genre. Because if Afro beats and isn't like what is his name? Burna Boy.
Yeah, Burna Boy,
Wiz Kid. A hip hop artist.
Yeah, pretty. I would say so. Burna Boy, Wiz Kid, you know, some other motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, I thought they was hip hop artists, but they just do a different sound, which is Afro beats.
Afro beats is kind of like in a different language. Some of them almost sound like reggae, kind of. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, to me, it's still hip hop. Yeah, for sure.
I thought it was, so I didn't understand what the big deal was. But if that's the case, you know, Ebro sound the alarm. If people so shaking or whatever in their boots about it, then they need to be a little bit more original, because we do have a lot of the same stuff that is mainstream, and I'm not going to talk about it as if it's a lot of that music that I don't like, because I do. But it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah. So the execs, they see that, hey, people are starting to really like these Afro beats and things. It only makes sense to start signing more of those artists when people are gravitating towards something else, not because they don't love what's already out. It's just break up the monotony. You hearing something new and you rocking with it. It's just a new wave. So people gotta just start diversifying their portfolio, and that's what they gotta do at this particular time.
Well, like you said, a lot of people was kind of mad about what he said, but some people was actually mad because Ebro was they was looking at Ebro as he was, you know, he's a DJ too. You know what I'm saying? He's a radio host. He's a DJ. So they looking at him as he's part of the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Like he was able to.
Because you on the radio. Yeah, you on the radio, and you not playing no variety of shit. You still playing the same shit over, and you pushing the same shit over and over again, and you playing whatever the fuck these execs and everything telling you to play type shit. So they kind of looking at Ebro like, shit, you was part of the problem. So how you gonna be caught sounding the alarm when you was part of the problem in the first place? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. I think that's a emotional way of people looking at it, because you're gonna push what's selling. Mm-hmm. You know, the Afro beats, that music ain't new. You get what I'm saying? That ain't new. It's just we just started being able to appreciate it and want to hear more of it, but it ain't new.
Right.
You know, I used to go to African clubs all the time and, you know, listen to that type of music. So it ain't nothing new. We just actually getting on to it. So I don't know. It's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, people can feel some type of way, but they ain't got no control over how it go or whatever, and who doing what.
Hey, it's just a new wave. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we need the variety. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's all music shit. Everybody getting on board, enjoy the shit. And if you want to stand out, like Ebro was saying, you got to be original. And that's what I was saying in the beginning of this conversation. Like that conversation has always been going on because they always been looking for somebody original. They don't want people to keep sounding the same over and over again. So as long as it's something different and something original, then you know what I'm saying. And the people gravitating towards it, and that's what they're gonna push. You know
yes, indeed. But
Hey,
you got some more trending topics out there before we get into this main topic.
One more. Did you see the ESTG? Did you see when he walked out the interview? I think it was a couple of days ago with bootleg Kev.
I actually seen some headlines, but I didn't watch it. I saw the headline, but I didn't watch it because I'm not a fan of ESTG or bootleg Kev. So I seen the headlines, but it wasn't nothing for me to click on. What happened?
So the whole interview, I watched some of the interview, like after I seen the headline and shit. The whole interview was bold. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was on some shit or whatever, but the whole interview, he was just boring, just kind of giving one word answers and type shit. So I guess bootleg Kev got to ask him, ask him about his personal life and shit like that. He was like, you know what I'm saying? I heard you play football, so how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? Ask him about the football career. He like, man, I ain't come here to talk about football. I want to talk about the music. He was like, oh, well, I'm just asking about the story and shit like that. And he just got up and walked out. You know what I'm saying?
Take your ass on then.
Yeah. So what you think? So what you think about these niggas like not, you know what I'm saying, want to answer certain questions in certain interviews? And I don't know why. He came out the next day saying that bootleg Kid was asking him a bunch of shit that wasn't about music. So, you know what I'm saying? What you think about that? Like motherfuckers walking out of interviews just because you asking about their story. You know what I'm saying? It's more to them than just the music. So a lot of motherfuckers ask motherfuckers about their background and shit like that. So,
well, I think that it is very unprofessional to get up and walk up out of an interview under those circumstances. It didn't warrant that. I would be upset if I was doing the interview and I was being asked about everything else except my music. I didn't watch the interview, so I don't know if that was the case. But also in the interview, it is part of the interviewer's job to make you relatable and to allow the audience to get to know you. Right. So asking questions about your background, where you're from, how you started, things like that. That particular question about the football will lead up to your rap career. So we got to start from the beginning. Exactly. And I think the reason why ESTG was a little bit upset more so than anything is when he started asking about football. You know, a lot of niggas be trying to keep this old street image up and want to make it seem like, you know, they was outside thugging. Yep, I think that's what it was too. So if you say, oh, you was real good in football. One thing about college, one of y'all done mentioned on this show before, you can't be no athlete and be thugging at the same time, because the discipline that comes with what you gotta be at practice and being an athlete, and you gotta have your grades a certain type of way to be an athlete and all that. So I think it really pissed him off because, for one, yeah, he might not have been asking another question, because I bet if the nigga would have asked him, oh, back in the day, I heard you used to be heavy. Yep. You used to be moving them birds. You was heavy.
He would start smiling. He'd have been smiling.
Sad, he would have been all for it. But because it's some old good old boy type stuff, oh no. Yep. I ain't finna talk about that. So it's almost like
that's it too.
You playing with my gangster now. Take your ass on, then get up and get out.
That's it too. That's exactly what it was.
ESTG like that for real.
That's exactly what it was, because this ain't, well, not now that you say that, people have said that before, that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh man, that nigga went to college, he's playing football in college, he wasn't in the street like that, shit like that.
Yeah, so, they do people like that.
Yeah, so now that you say that, that's exactly what he's mad about. You know
yeah, I ain't fooled by that right there, because if it would have been anything a rough background, oh yeah, he would have been ready. Mm-hmm. You know, he would have been calling himself an OG. You know what I'm out.
Yep. Exactly.
But yes, indeed. Let's go ahead and get into the triple OG YSL Donald Trump. You heard me? And his extreme relationship with hip hop. Man, back in the day, Donald Trump was name dropped all throughout hip hop. You can see him in so many pictures with different rappers and everything. They mentioned Bill Gates a lot, the Donald. He was one of the staples in hip hop when it came to talking about wealth. You know, they always mention Donald Trump. Even Nelly, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in now, let me in now, you know. And so to even be around him was one of those things where it was a signature of wealth that you done made it. He was like one of the few that it wasn't corny to have him around in his suit.
Right.
You know. And for whatever reason, Donald Trump ended up being kicked out of the cookout.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened between that time and him getting his black card pulled away from him. You know, what you think happened with that, Heezy?
It was around the time he started running for president. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of shit started coming up about him. A lot of the racist shit started coming up. A lot of people was mad about when he was talking about the Mexicans as far as building a wall and shit. Then some people was mad about the sexual assault allegations, about the grabbing the pussy shit. So, then people, they brought up the whole racist shit about when he was a landlord in New York and how he used to do black people and shit like that in his apartments and shit like that. So I think a lot of it came from that campaign when he was running for president. You feel what I'm saying? It was a lot of hate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people trying to turn black people against Trump. So a lot of rappers started turning against him. You know what I'm saying? Waka Flocka, and you know what I'm saying? A lot of people used to be cool with him, T.I., shit like that. Bun B, you know what I'm saying? They all was like, nah, because they cool too with a lot of Mexicans. They cool with a lot of Asians, you know what I'm saying? And they black. So everybody was saying, Trump racist and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So they had to kind of get on that train, get on board with that and say, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? We've been fucking with this. He been racist the whole time and all that shit. So I think that's around the time when motherfuckers started to kind of back away from Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think this is gonna be crazy as hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think some of it is cap. The reason why I think it is y'all was hanging around Donald Trump long enough. I'm talking about Donald Trump been in hip hop for a very long time.
Long time.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that y'all kicking it with this man. That's just like right now we see Meek Mills with Mike, everybody at Mike Rubin party. Every year they at Mike Rubin party, they hanging out with him and kicking it with him. You can't tell me that at some point hanging around this person, if you felt like they was racist, that you ain't gonna catch a vibe at some point about something. Right. So I actually think what happened was the motherfuckers. I remember it was a show. I don't know if it was the Donahue show, Oprah show, or something. Donald Trump was on there, and he had said that if he ran for president, he'll be Republican because they slow. He done said that before. So it was basically something like that, right? Okay. I think what hurt these niggas feeling, because a lot of black people be Democrat. I think what really hurt these niggas feeling, because as soon as they see somebody that's Democrat, they automatically say they racist. Just for the simple fact they Democrat, right? I mean, not Democrat, Republican.
Yeah,
Republican. Yeah. So here come Donald Trump. He running for president, and he a Republican running for president and everything. Yeah. And I think people kind of like felt some type of way because just from his political party.
Yeah, that too.
Probably that not too. Even his, some of the things that you said that came up, because every politician, any rich person as rich as Donald Trump, they got some dirt on them. Mm-hmm. But I think that has something to do with it, because they weren't feeling no type of way beforehand. And then too, people got to understand, it doesn't make sense for a rich person to be a Democrat. Financially, it just doesn't make sense. Right. Now, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and it's fucked up that we live in a capitalistic society and the richer get richer and the poor get poor. But the first law of nature is self-preservation. So if that being the case, of course, the people are going to do what is going to benefit them the most.
Exactly. So, every time.
Yeah. So it only makes sense for their greater good, for their purpose. And Republican don't have a color. Republican don't have a race. That's a political party which any race or creed could be part of that political party. But Donald Trump, he's definitely a damn good marketing genius. I tell you that much. He has a charm and an appeal about himself that he still is able to captivate people.
Yep.
Whether you like him or not, you know what I'm saying? But I just think how a lot of the rappers had pulled out didn't really have anything to do with anything other than the party that he running for. I could almost swear to you, if that man was running Democrat,
oh man,
he would have been invited to way more other. Oh shit, the Donald finna be the next Democratic president. Oh shit, after
you'd have songs.
Obama, man, nigga would have acted like that was the new the second black man up in that bitch.
Yep. You ain't bullshitting. But you know what I'm saying? They done kind of came back around now. You know, everybody that came back around to Trump now, because he done, you know what I'm saying? He done threw out that stimulus, and you know what I'm saying? He been fighting the system, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote, the last few years. So, you know what I'm saying? What you think about that? Not now because he done gave out all that money and PPP and all that shit. Not because even remember YG and Nipsey had that song, "Fuck Donald Trump." Remember that shit? Now YG said he would vote for Donald Trump now.
Because you know what? We did pick the lesser of the two evils, and I got to be able to see both. You get what I'm saying? What people don't understand is the thing with Donald Trump is this. Donald Trump don't give a damn about your feelings. Nobody's feelings. He don't care about nobody's feelings.
Nope.
And so he played the game just like he played the politic game just like he do with the real estate game and the stock market game or whatever. He don't be that invested in stuff like people be thinking he invested. Donald Trump, if you actually pay attention, how Donald Trump be coming, you got the crazy white people that misinterpret the message. You got the emotional black people that the racist white people misinterpret what's going on.
Yeah.
The emotional black people misinterpret what is going on. And the whole time is this nigga is really Robin Hood for real.
For real.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause he trying to he want to open the bank up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
all that stimulus shit, motherfucker say he did that for us. Hey, y'all just was able to get to reap the benefits of that shit. But trust me when I tell you, he was the one that came up off that shit. Him and his people was the ones that came up.
Yeah,
off that
the
shit.
man got too much. This the only president that I know. The man got a RICO. I'm talking about he be getting locked up. He YSL, you know what I'm saying? The man get locked up. I mean, he be getting charged. He be getting accused of like just some real street type shit.
This is fourth indictment. This is fourth indictment. You feel what I'm saying? So, like you said, catching RICO. That's why I call him, man. He like the Godfather of rap, because, like you said, they've been talking about him. They've been talking about they want to beat Trump. There's been songs about him. You know what I'm saying? Call me the Black Trump and Trump Change and from E40 to UGK, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang. See, he was on Method Man album. That's somebody else who switched up. Like you said, he was on Method Man album. Then of course Method Man came out and said, nah, that was a mistake. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have had him on there. That was Russell Simmons to put that together, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, so. But these people don't have a good enough, they ain't coming with a good enough reason for me because
exactly.
The thing is, I like Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? I would keep it real. I like him. And even if he is racist, I don't give a fuck. I like him. You know what I'm saying? The reason why, if he is, I like a person that gonna let me see who they are. He don't care. He gonna say it.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn. I like Donald Trump. I take a picture with Donald Trump right now. And the bitch can't whoop me, because the thing is when you think about it, government period is corrupt, and people want to sit here and say, oh, Donald Trump's so bad. It's been so much bullshit that done went on in government that we was having to find out years later of what's going on by damn near every president. Now, but you got somebody that's showing their hand, that's just getting up here, just saying anything. Yes, it's careless, it's chaotic, it's not proper or anything like that. But at least I know what's going on.
Right.
I sleep better at night like that versus not having a clue. Like Sleepy Joe, that man too quiet for me. It don't even feel like we got a president. Like, you too quiet for me. What the hell is going on?
I know.
You around here sleep, next thing you know, the aliens done landed.
Right. It's shit flying in the sky. They talking about they don't know what it is and all kinds of stuff. He don't know what it is. Like you say, he just waking up like, shit, what's that?
You sleep, period. It was the hottest summer ever. Bitch, what are you doing in the control room? Like, something ain't right. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, like you said, I would definitely have Trump over Biden for sure. But
yeah, that's just what it is, and that's not to be. I just ride with everything the man say. It's just, dude, I need to see, and I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people that voted for vote for Biden or whatever, I ain't vote. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people that had voted, and that was just for the strength of, I was just constantly getting caught up in whatever. But a lot of people had voted, and then I'm in Texas, so you know, in certain states, you know, this shit ain't gonna matter. But anyway, the people who voted for Biden, and they see what's going on now, and Biden ain't really doing nothing for real, and they try to be like, well, he's trying this and he's trying that, and a lot of them don't want to go ahead and say it, man. We fucked around and found out. You know what I'm saying? We should have voted. I know a lot of them are. They be having a conversation like, "Oh, Biden, come on, man. You know, wake up. Come on, shake out of it. We need you.
Snap out of it. Wake up, Joe. Wake up, Joe."
And that man ain't doing not a. I don't even be saying Kamala.
Oh man, no, she don't be around.
The dude. What's the crazy ass man in Florida?
DeSantis.
Yeah,
DeSantis.
I think he was trying to go back and forth with Kamala or whatever the case may be, but them cracks ain't doing nothing. Look, the way this administration been having me feeling like you know how you get to stay at home alone, and you done been home for way too long, and you waiting for your parents to come back because it's too quiet in the house. You was having fun at first, but now you kind of scared.
Right, like that. All right, no, it's been too long.
If you've been in there too long, now you know how you be having fun as soon as your mama and them leave, but then it get too quiet for too long. You I'm scared now. Come on home. It's too quiet up in America. The hell is going on?
Yeah, so I mean, and it ain't doing shit but making his base stronger. And you know what I'm saying, for 2024, you know, they already got the campaign going, the signs everywhere, shit like that. So, and it's crazy because I don't even know how he gonna do it if he got these fucking indictments and shit. How the fuck you gonna still be the president?
Be the president. You could go to you could be the president in prison. You can't, like, swear to God. That's the reason why the thing, you could actually be the president in prison, fuck around and give yourself a pardon. I swear to God.
But I'm saying,
so
if you got convicted of a felony, you can still be the president.
You could have a felony, and you could actually be a. That's the reason why the Lion King dude. Not Lion King, the Carol Baskin dude.
Oh, Tiger King.
Yeah, he was trying to run for president.
Right.
Because you can.
Hey, well, like I said, it ain't doing shit but get him stronger for 2024. And you know what I'm saying?
Listen, if he up against Biden, if it's Trump and Biden 2024. Donna going back into the office. So the Donna going back into the office. So people better just go ahead and just, you know, buy all the tissue or whatever they need to wipe their face for crying, a fistful of tears. Remember Donald Trump was throwing them paper towel.
Hey,
That minor stupid as fuck.
hey, but listen, so he fuck with all these rappers and shit, right?
Yeah.
But there's something I really can't imagine. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine Trump actually sitting there and bumping some of this shit. Like I couldn't imagine him playing some Kodak, listen to some Kodak or some Wayne or some, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some Kanye, but I can't imagine him bumping a lot of this shit. The motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, so do you think he actually listened to a lot of these motherfuckers who he fuck with, or you think he just fuck with them on some money shit?
Yeah, because we got to keep in mind that a lot of white people are the biggest consumers of the music.
But he an
Actually buying it.
He an 80-year-old white man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, back in the day when you trying to be hip, you trying to be cool or whatever, you gotta if you're around rappers or you around black people long enough, you gonna have to know some hip hop references because we'll say a line or something just in casual conversation. So in order for them to hang around him that tough, yeah, I think he listened to it. I think he listened to it because, yeah, they know him, but he have to know them as well in order to want to even be around them also. Because got to keep in mind, he was to a level financially that these rappers were trying to get to. So in order for him to be associating himself with certain people, I'm sure he was aware of what they was putting out.
That should just be funny. That should be funny. I'm just trying to picture this nigga just bumping some shit. You know what I'm saying? Bumping some Juvie or some Kodak or just anybody.
As fucked up as Donald Trump is, you don't think he was. That nigga don't act like he was sitting around listening to country music all day.
Hey, you're right about that. He was definitely probably bumping some Two Line Crew, some Miso.
And the way he was doing, the way he was throwing them alley hoops at them folks in Puerto Rico with the paper towels.
Hey. Hey, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? He definitely been a fixture, you know what I'm saying, in all these lyrics and songs in hip hop for a long time.
Yeah.
You know
I think for me, when it comes to Donald Trump getting kicked out of the cookout.
Is he back? Is he back in? Or is it just half and half? Because motherfuckers divided. Because you got the Killer Mikes and the Talib Kweli's that don't fuck with Willie D and them. They don't fuck with him at all. But then you got Cube and Kanye, and you know what I'm saying, and all them motherfuckers that do fuck with him. So
yeah, I think he coming back in. He just got to bring the right dish. You know, when he bring that one good dish, he'll be back in. I think it took a. I'm not mad at people disassociating themselves when they did and trying to figure them out because it did look a little wild and it did look a little crazy because it was like, Donna, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But I think more of what needs to be done or what we would have expected from a president, I think more of that weight was on Donald Trump's shoulder than Barack Obama. Because niggas really hung with the Donald. You know what I'm saying? Did nobody know Barack?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people's feelings was really hurt for real, because it's like, dude, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about it, though, we'll take away the stuff with his hotel or whatever, just his political movement. When you think about it, technically, a lot of what he was doing to have shit to do with black people.
It was about the money.
Yeah, it did. And that's even when he was talking about build the wall, right? Black people want to get mad because Donald Trump said he want to build a wall. But when people are saying things about black people, do Mexicans get just as upset?
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? and it was some crazy shit that happened to where the motherfucker probably should have built the damn wall. You know what I'm saying? These folks done went over there to Mexico just not too long ago. And remember the people that got killed from South Carolina or something went over there. The cartel done went and got them.
Trying to get
and all this old kinds of stuff. I don't think it's anything wrong with protecting your borders. That don't make sense to me for somebody to feel like it's wrong with protecting the borders. But in the way that he was saying it, it was messed up.
Right.
It was racist, but it wasn't racist towards black people.
But
for black people to take it on as their own thing.
But when he said that Africa, you know what I'm saying, was a bunch of shithole countries, a lot of people took that personally too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of black people think that too, though.
Yeah,
a lot of black people.
Yeah, for sure.
Me and Mufasa, we were just on the phone today. I swear to God, me and Mufasa, we were just on the phone today, and it was something we was talking about right before the show. I forgot what it was, and he was like, "Yeah, a lot of Americans be thinking that we live in huts or something over in Africa, and be asking dumb shit like, do we have electricity and all this old kinds of stuff?" And he was like, that's a thing, and that's true. So if any black people sit up here and be like, "Oh, you don't be having them kind of thoughts, or you didn't think that these niggas jumping out of bushes with spears and shit," you did. You know what I'm saying? So Donald Trump said it. Now you super mad, but you be having black Americans be having negative connotations about Africans. We think they all scammers. Right. They got diseases and they live in huts. Mm-hmm. That's how Americans be thinking about. A lot of Americans be thinking about it for real.
Black and white. Black and white.
Trying to make, and then too, right. Don't try to cape for the fucking Africans, bitch, when y'all don't even be associating or talking to the Africans. The main conversation with black Americans is, oh, they don't like us. They think that they better than us and all of that. And they don't do nothing but scam and carry diseases and live in huts. But then when Donald Trump say something, it's like, oh my God, not Mother Africa. Fuck out of here. Like that shit is that's the reason why I say people be capped as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I guess that was another reason that, you know what I'm saying, that they had to, you know what I'm saying, another thing that they had to point out to say he was racist, you know what I'm saying? Kind of shit. So, but, you know, at the end of the day, like I say, he gave out that money. He gave out the PPP, so a lot of people back on board. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of people throwing Trump back in their songs now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ride with him just because he's a rebel. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers just like that rebellious personality, no matter who it is.
And Joe Travis say in their arms thing, thank you. I even posted a picture of Mufasa. He was rubbing my feet or whatever. And his arm in their beautiful black, creamy, shiny black arm. I'm talking about the black, the real black, you know. It ain't no undertone in that black. It's so beautiful. So listen. So my man was rubbing my feet, and I posted a picture, and somebody gonna hop on there talking about, ooh, he blacker than a motherfucker. He a black man. What the fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? It be little shit like that where people be, you know what I'm saying? They be saying stuff, and it's like you try to make it seem like, oh, you for black people, but really and truly, you really anti-black. Because what will possess a black person to be saying, oh, you so black? What that mean? You too black? What that mean?
Yeah, you know.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy. What the fuck does that mean?
Hey,
you ought to be talking about somebody too light.
That go back to when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? Your mama so black. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker, your mama joke. So that go back to when we was kids.
It's crazy as hell for black people to use being black, being dark, like you supposed to be, as a
negative
shot, as a negative,
as a shot, yeah, for sure.
Right, that's shit stupid as fuck. But all of a sudden, hey, somebody else, they mad at somebody else because they said something. Right. Whatever.
Yeah. Well,
anywho.
Hey,
so at the end of the day, here's the thing. You know, I just think that with what we have to deal with and who we have running up right now, I think Donald will be the best option moving forward until we figure this thing out.
Well, we'll see if he make it, because like I said, he's still facing them charges. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We'll
And
see
if he
what happens
did
with that.
if he did that shit, they need to lock his ass up. What was the
Yeah.
RICO charge about though? Do you know?
About the election, about that nigga rigging the election down in Georgia. So he was tampering. It was him, Giuliani. It's like 18, 19 people on a full indictment. So it's a bunch of motherfuckers they got on the case. Go ahead, check it out.
In Georgia.
In Georgia.
Oh, he's gonna get locked up.
Yeah, you know, they got YSL, they got YFN, so they about DT.
So they trying him in Georgia? Like, how it ended up in Georgia?
Because he tampered with the election results in Georgia specifically.
Oh.
Not the whole country, just in Georgia specifically. Because I guess he needed to win Georgia for, you know what I'm saying, to get back in there. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
the nigga tampered with the shit and still lost.
That's crazy. Joe Travis said, I sleep wish I was blue black. I be wishing something. When I was little, I wished I was darker.
Hey, I be feeling I'm black as hell. I'm feeling like I'm black than a motherfucker.
Yeah. When I was little, I used to want to be darker because it was crazy. Because I was in a classroom in kindergarten with a whole bunch of dark-skinned people. My teacher was dark. She would be pinching the fuck out of me. It made me go outside and dust erasers and shit. And I was just but it's just a beautiful. I mean, we are all beautiful, you know what I'm saying. But we come in different shades. But for somebody to talk down or look or frown upon a black person being black, that's crazy. Because I mean, you're calling you said the person was black. So what the fuck color you think they supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? That's just like when you go buy you a black pit bull, you don't expect to go pick up a gray one, right?
Motherfucker's supposed to be dark black.
Yeah. I had went off on dude fucking with my baby, talking about something. Oh, he blacker than a motherfucker. I went and snatched one of his pictures up real quick. Hold it, sir. Do you want to do this with me? You want to fucking rumble? Put him up. God damn it. Yeah, I was finna go ahead and go and get up in there with him. Yeah. Like I said, Facebook jail today, bitch, fucking with mine.
Conditioning.
What you talking about?
That's that conditioning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it ain't done pissed me off. I'm ready. I had to go and block him before I catch a charge. Anyway, Joe Travis said Biden owe everybody a free crack pipe. What happened to that? Oh yeah, you remember they was giving out the
yeah
to help the people take drugs safer.
Yeah, what was that? California or something, or was it somewhere else?
I don't know. This shit crazy.
And then what else he said? He said the charges are bogus. He said Biden facing impeachment. So that's the thing. Both of them motherfuckers fucked up. Both of them on some facing some charges, or Biden ain't facing no charges now, but supposedly he got some shit coming. You know what I'm saying? Because of his son and because of other shit.
Drugs, ain't it?
Yeah. Or he was supposedly he done went to rehab.
How he facing impeachment over his son though? What the hell?
Nah, it's a whole bunch of shit because he's supposed to have been covered up some shit and. You know what I'm saying?
You know they found that Kokiana in the
White House.
Yeah.
Hey, that whole story just disappeared real quick.
Yes,
you ain't never hear nothing else about that. But hey, Biden ain't no Trump. You don't see Biden in no videos, and you don't see nobody shouting out Biden. You know what I'm saying? So,
nah, if they wouldn't have had him, they should have had. I thought Bernie Sanders would have been good.
Man. Just me personally, I don't fuck with no old white man. So that's just me. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Yes, indeed. Well, let's go ahead and get into this school post.
What we got for the school post?
This school post is Eminem has more content than Biggie and is a better technical rapper. So someone in the school posted Eminem has more content than Biggie and is a better technical rapper.
What did that shit even mean?
That's Tristan had made that, and I just was like, dude, y'all be making arguments that don't even make y'all argument sound good. Like you ain't come in and with a some powerful profile. Like what?
That shit is
Eminem
dumb.
has more content than Biggie.
Yeah, because he
I
lived
mean,
longer.
he died prematurely. Fuck is you talking about?
Now, he says he's a better technical rapper. Man, that's the nigga with the bridge to nowhere in his mouth. But let me see. let me address that part though. Better technical rapper. I mean, that's all he is, really. Eminem. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no soul to him, so he might be a better technical rapper, quote unquote. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That whole shit. I don't know who chose that school post, but whoever it was.
Supreme, the one that is not here. But
Ricky Rawhide. Rawhide Ricky.
Yeah, Rawhide with that zesty ass name. But y'all, everybody, I like Eminem. You know what I'm saying? I think he's one of the dopest that have ever picked up the mic, and people could say what they want. It ain't because he white. I like Eminem. I'm one of them people that ride around and listen to Eminem. I like him. If somebody say they featuring Eminem, I'm gonna get on it, and everybody that be sitting up talking about they don't like Eminem, I bet you if they favorite rapper said right now they finna drop a track and it's featuring Eminem, they finna be excited, ready to hear it. So pissed. Y'all be cappy as fuck. But and I don't care, I never really cared for Biggie with them 2-ass albums. But the thing is this, right? The argument is stupid. Even though I like Eminem,
very stupid.
That's a stupid argument to be had. First of all, Biggie died prematurely. Mm-hmm. He didn't have a chance to really. He got 2-ass albums. You know what I'm saying? So talking about the content, that's a given. Like, what are you talking about? Then you saying, oh, Eminem is a better technical rapper than Biggie. Well, that's to be argued. It depends on what you're looking at it. Like you made a good point when you said, well, you feel as though he doesn't have any soul and only thing he can do is be technical. I look at it like this. Technical in what sense? Because when you think about it, when you actually dissect everything that's going on, you look at the time and where hip hop was when Biggie had came out, and how he rhymed and delivered and everything. He was the cream of the crop at that particular time for that particular sound and what was needed in order for him to reach those levels in such a short period of time with little content. That's so I don't understand I really didn't understand that post, and I actually said something because it's like this shit is not making sense at all because he's a better technical rapper. He should have probably said technically he's a better rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know who we talking about. So you know what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be no
man be on the mushrooms and be dabbing and you know what I'm saying, probably borderline on crack. Ain't no slander, allegedly.
Allegedly.
This I'm like, what is you talking about? We shouldn't even posted this bullshit. It's our fault for even recognizing bullshit like this.
Yeah, that was dumb. Our bad, y'all.
Yeah, we stupid too. Stupid in the motherfucker, you hear me? We had the choice, the control, we had the power, and we still put this stupid shit up in these people's face and they'll waste about 5 minutes of their life. Anyway.
Hey, our dumb ass up there and talked about that dumb ass.
Yes, indeed. Now, let's get into the hip hop school post. This trivia question. This week hip hop trivia question is: who was the first rapper to mention Donald Trump in a song? Now I know you know the answer. I don't. I had said Master P.
Master P. Now you got to go back about 10 years before that.
10 years?
Well, maybe not 10, 8.
What shit? Did he know Tupac?
Shit, I think so. It wasn't Pac though. It wasn't Pac.
I don't remember hearing Pac saying Donald Trump.
Anybody in the comments know real quick the first rapper to mention Donald Trump in a song?
And it's 10 years before. It's 10 years before Master P. So this was.
I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, it was 1989. 1989. And it was a group. I'll give you another clue. It was actually a group, but it was somebody in the group that said it.
Ice Cube.
No, that's a good one though. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Somebody that'll say Donald Trump name. It's a group. They had to be like talking about money. A group in the late 80s, early 90s that was rapping about money.
They wasn't really rapping about money, but the song was at that point they was rapping about money. I'm gonna have to give it to you. Go ahead, give me one guess. All right, I'm gonna give you one more clue. They from the East Coast. It's an East Coast group.
The East Coast. I can't think of nobody.
Legendary group. Mid to late 80s. That's when they came out. It was out in the mid 80s.
I don't be knowing them dates either. Like that. Oh shit. I can't think of. Hell, was the Wu-Tang out there?
Nah.
What the
They was in a movie. They had their own little movie and shit.
I don't know.
It is. The first person to mention Donald Trump in the song was the human beatbox, Buffy Love from the Fat Boys.
Oh my God, I never would have figured that out.
I know. 1989. They had a song called Lies. And during that song, he was like, I got money like Donald Trump. But like I said, the song was called Lies, so he was lying. You know what I'm saying? So the whole song, it was just kind of like some silly shit. That was the first song that mentioned Donald Trump in the song. Fat Boys, Lies, 1989.
There it is. You know, we gonna always drop a gem on y'all. I had absolutely no clue. I learned something tonight.
Hey, I learn something every week. You feel me?
Yes, indeed. Anyway, with that being said, make sure y'all like the video, share the video. If y'all just joining, we about to tune out, but y'all could definitely catch the replay. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. We're going live every Friday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. We also have our sports podcast, Stiff Arm, that we go live every Sunday. What's the time? Because I tried to promote it on the Destiny Asia and I forgot the time. What time is it?
We're going to be doing it at 11 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Eastern. That's going to be the time.
So that means that the first game ain't started yet because the first game come on at noon.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be the 11. I thought it was, oh Lord have mercy. I ain't gonna be able to kick it on the Saturday like I used to. But we already 2 shows in. They're really, really good. Our show last week was fire.
Oh yeah.
It was fire. So make sure y'all check out our latest episodes of the Stiff Arm podcast. Really, really dope. We'll be covering the rest of the football season and anything else that comes up in sports.
It's about to go down. You feel me?
Yes, indeed. It's really, really fun. So make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like the video and share the video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight with us. We're about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
Good money like
Hip
Donald
Hop
Trump.
School, Past and Present podcast.